Something has gone terribly wrong in Jamaica. We're beginning to lose our children again. I just did a report today about a 7-year-old little girl by the name of Bianca Spence, Heaven as she was affectionately called. It is alleged that she took her own life. I have to report that another 8-year-old little girl has took her own life. What is happening in this country? What is happening with our minds of our children? Something is causing our children to hurt themselves. Jamaica, we have to talk. We have to talk, Jamaica, because I just posted a video of a beautiful 7-year-old little girl by the name of Bianca Spence. They call her Evan. It was alleged that she took her own life this past weekend at 15 Amara Road in Kingston. And before nightfall, I have to report again a beautiful little 8-year-old girl taking her own life again. Jamaica, we have to talk. Let's go to the Jamaica Gleaner for this one and find out what the hell is going on. Michelle Henry looked with bewilderment at her house a day after her 8-year-old little daughter was found inside, hanging from a clothesline in Commodore, St. Catherine on Sunday. Her face was a canvas of devastation and dumbfoundedness as she retraced the steps that led to her saddest moment, discovering the dangling body of little Naomi Jones on Saturday. We have to leave from here as just a bare bad memory I go through with mine, Henry told the Gleaner on Sunday. Right now, even the children say them don't want to stay here because they're afraid of the house, Henry said. Henry recounted that she left Naomi at home to assist her eldest daughter at a nearby gas station. Upon her return at about 5 p.m., she saw the child hanging from the roof inside the house. Naomi's mother was in disbelief at the suspected suicide. Me run and hug up her body and feel that she's still warm. Somebody then tell me that it looked like she dead, said Henry. After her body was frantically cut loose, Naomi was rushed to Linstead Hospital, where her family's worst fears were realized. The 8-year-old was pronounced dead. Henry told the Gleaner that Naomi had always wanted to become a fashion designer. The mother of the 5 said that Naomi was very playful, yet focused on her schoolwork at Linstead Primary, where she was enrolled. Naomi was scheduled to start grade 3 when school reopened on October 5th. Llewellyn Waters described the child as full of potential. She'd go up here like my own child, always taking her mother's clothes and towels and pretending to be fashion designer while playing with my daughter, who is of the same age, he said. The Linstead Police in St. Catherine North Division have launched an investigation into the child death. Jamaica Makotak. What is going on in the mind of our children? What is going on in the environment that our children are being grown in? Is there something cynical? Is there something that is unexplainable that is going on? Voodoo, necromancy, obia? Or just something in the food, the water, the atmosphere? What is going on with our picnic then? What is really going on with our children? I think personally we need to dig deeper into this, Jamaica. And let's take a look at depression in children. Let's see if we can identify some of the traits that some of these kids might have shown, or in some cases, some children show like everything is okay. Some kids behave as if everything is sweet and dandy and everything is okay. So let's go and find out what are some of the signs and symptoms of depression in children. Depression in children. Childhood depression is different from the normal blues and everyday emotions that occur as a child develops. When symptoms last and interfere with social activities, interests, schoolwork, and family life, the child may have depression. What is depression? Depression is a mental illness marked by a persistent feeling of sadness, irritability, loss of interest in activities, feelings of hopelessness and worthlessness, and sometimes thoughts of suicide. It affects the way one feels, thinks, and acts. Often people who are depressed also experience changes in their sleeping and eating habits and have trouble concentrating. A diagnosis of depression is made when symptoms persist for 2 weeks or longer and interfere with a person's ability to function. Can children suffer from depression? Yes. Childhood depression is different from the normal blues and everyday emotions that occur as a child develops. When symptoms persist and interfere with social activities, interests, schoolwork, and family life, or ever a child may have depression. Depression is not a passing mood, nor is it a condition that will go away without proper treatment. Depression is often not diagnosed and treated because the symptoms are passed off as normal emotional and psychological changes. Keep in mind that while depression is a serious illness, it is also a treatable one. Parents should speak with their child's pediatrician or conduct a mental health professional if they have any concerns about changes in a child's mood or behavior. How common is depression in children? The National Institute of Mental Health estimates that at least 3.3% of children 13 to 18 years old have had episodes of severe depression. The American Academy of Adolescent Psychiatry estimates this number to be about 5%. Suicide is the third leading cause of death in young people between the age of 10 and 24. What causes depression in children? As in adults, depression in children can be caused by any combination of factors such as physical illness, such as diabetes or epilepsy, stressful life events, environment including family problems, family history, others in the family have had depression, alcohol or drug abuse. How can I tell if my child is depressed? Every child with depression may present with a unique set of symptoms. Signs and symptoms of depression in children include irritability, anger or being on edge, persistent feeling of sadness and hopelessness, withdrawal from previously enjoyed activities as well as from friends and family, increased sensitivity to rejection or criticism, changes in appetite, either increase or decrease, changing in sleep, sleeplessness or too much sleep, crying or temper tantrums, difficulty concentrating and focusing, fatigue, tiredness and low energy, physical complaints such as stomach aches, headaches that do not respond to treatment, reduced ability to function during activities at home or with friends, in school, extracurricular activities, and in other hobbies or interests, feeling of worthlessness or guilt, thoughts or talk about death or suicide. Not all depressed children will have all these symptoms. In fact, most will have different symptoms at different times and in different settings. Although some children may continue to function reasonably well in structured environment, most kids with significant depression will suffer a noticeable change in social activities, loss of interest in school and poor academic performance, or a change in appearance. Experimentation with drugs or alcohol may also be a sign of an underlying mental illness. Although relatively rare in youths under 12, young children do attempt suicide and may do so impulsively when they are anxious, angry, or upset. Girls are more likely to attempt suicide, but boys are more likely to actually succeed in killing themselves when attempting suicide. Children with a family history of violence, alcohol abuse, or physical or sexual abuse are at a greater risk for suicide, as are those with symptoms of depression. Children are also at risk when they have access to firearms or medication at home. The symptoms, the signs sometimes are easily seen, but because of single parents, because of one person, one partner in the house left to take care of a child, because of social activities around that child, these signs or symptoms go unnoticed. It touches the core of my heart when we see this problem. But guess what? The Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, said in a recent interview that 40% of Jamaica is mentally unstable. 40%, which means if you have 100 people, 40 out of 100 is going cuckoo. What can we do? How can we face this dreaded beast that has come amongst us? Well, parents, you have to start paying more attention to your children. Please take your time out to study your children's mood and activities and the way they carry themselves. The signs are normally there for you to see. You just have to pay attention. My heart is broken. My heart is sad. The mother of Naomi, little Naomi, my condolences to you. I don't know what to say. What can I tell you for you losing your child like this? What can I say to you? All I can say though, let's get back, as I said in my previous video, let's get back to a village raising a child. Let's get back to being the nosy neighbor next door who look out for our picking them and make sure that our children are okay. Remember, our children are our future doctors, lawyers, prime ministers, heads of government, you name it. These young children will grow up to be one of these people. But let's give them a chance. Let's give them a fighting chance to grow up, because we can't afford to be losing our children like this. This one is another sad one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Please, I want to hear from you in the comment section. 2 in 1 day? It's hard. Please like and share this video. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. We're going to follow this trend as to see what is happening to our picnic them. Thank you very much for watching.